I'm Swati and I'm a molecular geneticist at LIC. When we look at domesticated species in general, we see a plethora of these weird and wonderful coat patterning and coat colour traits. For the most part, we know the genetic variants that underlie these effects. But the white spotting trait characteristic of Holstein cattle, that's an exception to this, where up until quite recently, this was the last major patterning trait in cattle that we didn't really understand. My research has focused on trying to identify the genetic basis of coat colour and patterning traits, and recently we identified several variations in the genetic code that control the manifestation and the extent of white spotting in not only New Zealand dairy cattle, but white spotted cattle breeds in general. This has been really exciting because coat colour and patterning traits are determined very early on during embryonic development. So understanding the genetic variants that contribute towards coat patterning, we also gain a really fundamental understanding of the processes that underlie these effects and also developmental biology in general. As well as the aesthetic value that there is with coat colour also impacts animal welfare. So for example, cattle with lighter coat colours are less susceptible to getting heat stressed in the summer, and white-faced cattle with pigmentation around their eyes are less susceptible to getting things like eye cancer or conjunctivitis. Another thing my research is doing is looking at coat colour and how it can be used as a parentage marker. So when our farmers are breeding their top cows to dairy bulls and their non-replacement animals to beef animals, as soon as those calves are born, they can tell who the sire was based on coat colour markings. A great thing about working at LIC is that as well as doing some really cool science, I get to see the practical outcomes of my research. So including some of these coat colour traits in our breeding scheme to ultimately enhance animal welfare on farm.